I actually was doing merger and acquisition work, and my husband and I lived in Phoenix, and I worked in San Francisco. So I made the commute back and forth for about 5 years, had more frequent flyer points than I knew what I could possibly do with. So I was sitting in first class one night and sat by a guy who was in his late 80s, and he was an auctioneer. And he started telling me about the business, and a month later I went to auction school, and as soon as I got out, I started my own company. I think what appealed to me about the auction business is that it is truly the oldest known industry, really. The ancient city of Babylon was sold at auction, and so it really seemed to me like an industry that could survive for, 6,000 recorded years of history probably made a lot of sense to look into. And I began to investigate what was going on in the auction business. It was very mom, pa, multi-generational, family-oriented. And I thought that if someone brought some professionalism to it, that they could do very well in the business. And so it just seemed that there was a lot of opportunity in that business. And then, of course, things changed even more with the introduction of the Internet. When I began, I self-financed, and I self-financed for more than 5 years. Really an extremely undercapitalized shoestring situation. And just sort of made it work as best as I could. Obviously, as we grew, we were able to obtain bank financing and things like that, but it is the classic entrepreneurial problem is that you have to be making money in order to get money, and if you don't have any, it's hard to get. Creating a company culture where customers are all treated the same, where everybody has a like mind towards what it is that the company's trying to accomplish, the goals, the vision that they all can see. That's probably the biggest challenge, is just getting everybody on board. And my company, we really have fostered a kind of wacky, zany environment. And so, we try to hire for that. And hiring for wacky and zany is kind of hard, because how do you put that in, an ad looking for someone? So there are a few things that we do. Our employees are allowed to bring their dogs to work, so we talk about that in our ads. And we talk a lot about hiring for attitude more than we hire for skill, which is true. This is not a business where we have a lot of experienced people come into it. We have to teach them the business once they get there. We've expanded our facility to 4 times the size it was. We will probably double our staff in the next 2 years. Probably closer to 80 employees at that point. And we'll be working on finding a way to really bring technology into our business and really make technology create a community of customers for us. And so that's our big push for growth.